Hello.
Hello. Happy Monday.
Is it Monday? Oh, wait.
It is.
My computer is doing something it should not be doing. Hold
Uh-oh.
on. Okay, we're back.
The week keeps revolving, and it is yet another Monday.
Hey, LaDonna.
LaDonna, I have been staring at your face all day.
Oh, you're editing that part of your trip.
Yes. I started editing today.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Happy Monday.
You know, LaDonna, I got too much footage in your house. I can't fit it all in. I can't, because I at first I thought, well, I could do two separate videos, one at her house and one at the shop she recommended, but I'm going to throw it all together. So I'm like, okay, I cannot put it all in. There's too much.
Well, I know she has some great stuff because I lost a whole lot of auctions to her.
Yeah.
On various live sales. So,
yes.
You know, she's got it. She's got it high.
I see people coming in. Hello, Denise. Welcome,
Denise,
Sheila.
Monica.
Amy. So
How
good to
better?
have you here. Monica. Hey, girl. How are things in Venice?
Joyce.
And Joyce.
Did you watch her $10 or €10 video?
I didn't.
You
I've missed a lot. I saw yours.
I started watching Amy's of your guys' Elkhorn and then I fell asleep. Well, I was taking a nap during the actual live premieres, and then I started watching Amy's, and no offense, it was late.
Hey, sometimes that's just
I will finish it. It's on my watch list for The Office tomorrow.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So,
are you having tea or water?
I am having water with a lemon. So that's my beverage choice of the evening.
I'm having some Chianti.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers
to uranium glass.
My friend, my co-host.
My lovely Heather.
My lovely.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the LaDonna video.
Hey, Karen. I'm so glad you made it.
Did you have a good weekend? Mine was pretty long.
Mine was a blur. What did I even do? I know that I went to an estate sale that was not published. I decided I was going to go garage sailing. And I came across it just in or close to my neighborhood. And I got some items that are more in the kitschy vintage realm, but I couldn't say no. Like those squeaker things everyone likes, they were $1. and I got some kitschy holiday. I got a really cool plastic Easter rabbit with a cart for $1. That never happens to me. So I was like, well, it's staring me in the face. I might as well get it. You know what I mean? I might as well get it. Save it for when I'm on with Cindy again, maybe. I don't know.
How big was the rabbit?
I could go find it. It was like the cart was this big, and then the rabbit was that big. So,
that's big.
Yeah.
Was it? It was plastic?
It was plastic.
Oh, okay.
But it was definitely 50s. Yeah.
Joyce.
I have to get this. Oh, and I got a Charlie's Angels board game from the 70s. And you're going to love this. You're going to love this, Angela. I'm going to go get it. Hold on.
All right, I'll hold on to my God. I have a crazy 60s, 70s board game that I found at a yard sale when I was young, and I just thought it was funny. Hey, Sabrina. I'll have to wait till Heather gets back to tell you about it.
Okay. Just because it's relevant to you and me, Angela, You're going to love this. So, copyright 1978. It is a coloring book. Coloring activity book. Pristine. Not drawn or colored in.
What?
Look at it!
Look at him.
So
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
like, oh my gosh, it's Battlestar.
Oh no. Susan is lost in her garage. She might not make it.
Oh no.
Thanks for letting us know, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sabrina. It's nice to see you. Okay, I just had to share that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. We went to the flea market yesterday. It was so crazy. There were so many people. But I reined myself in. But I got a clear Fenton swung vase that is almost exactly like my uranium foggy bottom. So it's early Fenton.
Oh, wow. Your flea market just blows my mind.
I also got a fun iced tea uranium glass. You know, the ones that are like V shape. In a pattern I didn't have, a depression glass pattern. I haven't even looked up the pattern name yet. Also,
wait. Iced tea glasses are V-shaped?
Yeah, so the depression glass iced tea glasses, they're like this. And then they have a little foot.
Okay.
Some people call them water glasses too.
Okay.
But I spent less than $20 at the flea market yesterday.
Bravo. Okay.
But
so sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to think what else I got. We were hungry, so we didn't stay at the flea market very long. And it was already getting hot. You know, the sun was out.
Yeah.
We're like, no, done with that.
It has been cold and rainy here.
That's what we have today, which is perfect because I had to go to get my car worked on today. So, my titillating tablescape is first.
I see.
Yes, Sheila, it's a record for one day. It was just very simple, springy. I just loved like the pure white with the gold accents, and the exposed stems and the pussy willows. I just loved so much about this table.
Yes, I love the interesting floral arrangement.
You know, when I do a table, like I'm just kind of like, what all can we put on this table? Heather has been party to my table planning process.
I like it. I like the more is more, but I also appreciate
the more is more. But I would like to. I have a friend coming for tea on the 19th, so I'm thinking about my table for then. So
yes,
we shall see.
Yes, I definitely appreciate a more restrained, simple display.
Yep, but that
doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Right. I appreciate it, but that's like this room, for example. It's very clean, cream and white. I mean, they do have an awesome chandelier.
They do,
but as you can see, that's not for me. But there's something to be said for crisp white linens. By the way, budget hack, because I've been wanting chargers because, you know, they just elevate a place setting. And they're expensive. Chargers are ridiculously expensive. Like if you're looking online.
Right.
You know who has chargers? In a variety of colors.
Don't you say the T word.
The Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay.
What's the T word? Target.
You know. No.
What's the T word? I don't know what the T word is. What's the T word?
Rhymes with emu.
They do, but they're more expensive. And that's why I didn't buy them on Temu. But I was at the Dollar Tree and I was like, what? They had gold and silver, 2 kinds of silver, plus some more rustic looking ones. I do look at the Christmas clearance. That's where I've gotten some in the past. More usually placemats and like fabric napkins after Christmas, but
yeah.
So, table on a budget. Take a look at the Dollar Tree. It's my tip for the day.
All right.
I'm trying. My clicker's not wanting to work, so.
Okay, so I didn't do a titillating tablescape, so we are moving on to celebrating collections. And I saw this picture and thought it was great, just because I have never in the wild ever found a children's tin litho watering can. I've seen the pails, but I've never found a watering can. And I thought this is darling for the spring and summer. So it'd be a great collection if you come across them. Very colorful, very fun, and great for outdoors or indoors. So I thought tin litho watering cans would be a great
so graphic and fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect for a garden room.
Exactly.
A little kid's room would be cute with these.
Karen?
Sorry.
I do my best to try
but now I will keep my eye out.
Fun or beautiful or inspiring or admirable.
And if I find them for a good deal, I will bring them to you all for a good deal. Speaking of, yesterday at the flea market, I said no to a Harrison Fisher print.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How much was it?
$35 in a really cool frame.
Oh.
But it had some damage.
Oh.
She was really pretty, though. She was reading a book.
Oh.
But I didn't have room on the fancy lady wall for her, or I probably would have got her anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on. So this is my collection.
So look at your faces with the flowers.
This is my new meets old. So you can have disparate collections and shove them together. That's what I'm saying. Because these are all my swung vases plus some blown glass flowers. It's on top of one of my uranium glass cabinets. And I've started slowly putting together, I'll say Lego in quotes because these are off-brand. Well, actually, the red roses are actual Lego roses. And if you look back behind that glass daffodil, you can see the clear glass swung vase that I got for $1. But it's hidden in there.
It's hidden. Yeah, it's hidden in there.
I think I might have to get some fairy lights to wind around the base to turn on.
That'd be cute.
The bases of them. Just to give it some light from the bottom.
Yes.
But it's a corner that makes me happy. So I just wanted to share that idea.
It is very happy.
Yeah. Because I've got, the blown glass flowers too. It's a whole mix. And just go for it.
Yeah.
And it's
I love that. And you definitely have
my arms are short, so taking a picture of this was difficult. But most of those vases are West Virginia glass, with the exception of the big Ellie Smith in the back. So, and moving on, if I can get it to advance. Ooh.
I took a picture of this from a magazine. This isn't a recent magazine. I don't remember which one, but it's obvious. It's a mural, but how often do you see murals in kind of a monotone effect where it's almost like wallpaper, but not, because it's very delicately and softly painted on the walls.
Yeah, it's almost like pen and ink drawing.
Yeah.
On the wall.
Yes. I really liked the effect. I liked how romantic and soft it was.
And I just love those couches.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
couches that face each other.
Yes.
There's no TV. But is that like a... Did they paint an armoire to continue there on the left?
Maybe they did.
It looks like an armoire that they...
It does look like they put the painting on the side. Yeah, it does look like that.
I like it.
Yeah. So inspiring, right?
I just love the shape of this room. Like, you see the lines of the ceiling coming
right.
up.
You can see like that coved arch up there. Great architectural design to work with. In the first place, you're already starting with a great house, great bones.
Mm-hmm. Character.
Yeah.
So my interior... Oh, wait. No, your exteriors first.
That's okay. All right. So these were two different takes on like the outdoor washing garden area with a sink.
Your potting bench.
Potting bench. Thank you. So the potting bench. And on the left, I mean, add a beautiful floral picture right over the sink. I mean, how cute. I've never seen that done before, and it's adorable.
And that huge copper tub on the other one.
The other one, different. I thought it was unique the way they had built it.
I think they used a bed frame for the top.
I know. That's what I was wondering. But, definitely they obviously used what they had. The little copper tub doesn't look like it's, like a hugely expensive piece. It just looks like they found a copper finish tub and put it there. So just fun, cute, fun little design. If you ever are building one, I thought these would be inspiring ideas if you were going to do something like this in your backyard.
I like it. What, the one on the left, Denise?
Yeah.
Got one similar to that in my basement.
I know. Those are great. I love them too.
I could move that entire thing outside and make it a potting station. If I succeed in keeping my flowers alive.
You could. But then what about your cute retro kitchen down there?
Oh.
Or 40s kitchen? What were you going to do?
I don't know what I'm going to do down there. There's a lot to do down there.
Yeah. But you could take that sink out and do something like that.
Because it's in a metal cabinet. So
yeah.
Treat it, paint it, put it on the side. Well, now I have ideas. This is what Heather does to me. So my inspiring interiors, they come from this gentleman, Alex Papachrissidis. Pretty sure he's of Greek origin. But he's an interior designer, and these two pictures are from his own home. And I just love like the luxe fabrics that he uses. And like he found this sconce out brocanting somewhere, I'm sure. But you definitely see a big mix of like modern and,
yes.
What would I call it? Traditional. Modern and traditional. I love it together.
Yes.
But he also shares pictures. So if you follow him on Instagram of places he goes that are gorgeous. I recommend following him. So Alex's Viewpoint, because he just like his feed is just eye candy and definitely worth checking out. Like I want that painting couch so badly on the left.
Yes. I'm all about eye candy.
Lots of eye candy. And look at that stair. I wish I could see that full staircase.
Yeah.
I want to say he's in some kind of grand house in Europe. I didn't write down the places he went, but if you go and follow Alex's Viewpoint,
yes,
you can find out the places he went. and
Yes.
drool along with me.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I know. I love it. I love it.
Hello,
Hey, Laura, it's good to see you. Okay, so this, my Media Must is an Etsy shop, and it is Sutherland
Ladonna
Doll.
found a fainting couch this weekend. I need a picture, Ladonna. I need a picture.
Hey, Tammy and Linda. Hi, ladies. Good to see
Tammy,
you. Thank you for coming.
All I can say is sorry, not sorry. We just want to share the love with all of you.
Yes, we want to share the eye candy. So this is a gal who makes these little faces, and she puts them in faux florals. And she does these amazing Alice in Wonderland characters. They're awesome. And they kind of range in price. The more simpler flowers are about $50 a stem. And then I think the Cheshire
Cat, just like faux flower size?
Yep, they're faux flowers. And then she puts the little faces in them.
I wonder what she uses for her carving.
But just think, like, if you decided you wanted to, spend a little extra money on something someone had made, and put like the Alice flower in, a beautiful vintage vase, or, a little silver, like put a little bouquet in a little silver teapot or something. How cute would that be?
We're all having an unbirthday party right now. I'm just saying. Very, very unbirthday.
Yeah. And if you go visit her Etsy shop, you'll see she does other designs. These are my favorite, one of my more favorite ones.
Yeah,
but
the Cheshire Cat gets me.
What's that?
The Cheshire Cat gets me.
Yeah. 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 I love, the Queen of Hearts is really pretty too. I definitely liked the women more than, like, she also does like a dandelion with like a little lion face and some other ones.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
hey, Mary.
Ethereal. Mary.
Yes.
My Media Must is very niche. Okay.
Okay.
Prepare yourself. So this gentleman, Jeff DeBoer, he's a Canadian sculptor, but he became well known when he started making these cat armor, and his armor is so detailed that people thought like they'd actually found like some king made armor for his cat, like back in the 1600s. He's like, no, I made this in 1995. Okay, so this is one of his cat armors. But what brought me, well, I'll get there at the end, but he also does mice armor.
Does he put them on a cat? Is a cat ever modeled these?
I don't think I've ever seen one on a cat.
Okay.
Because it would, if you have a cat and you've ever tried to just put a hat on one,
yeah,
you would have to have a very docile cat for this to happen. But he also went on to mice. So here's some of his mice armor, including some like samurai mice happening here on the right. And then let's see. He made a whole recent range of crusades. So this is like brass, like he chases and he does repoussé. So like this is all done by hand. This is jewelry level metalworking. Okay. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. The cat would just lay down. You would just hear like this crunch. Like they would be a metallic loaf, Amy. They would just be like but he just released a small amount of these Crusader mice. And they sell for about $4,000.
$4,000?
Yes, for the time and materials involved. But what brought him across my thing is he has been commissioned by National Geographic to make a cover.
Oh, really?
And well, here's some more of the mice, but on the right is the first part of what he has been tasked to make. And it's a cat version of the Sutton Hoo armor that was found in the UK. I don't know if y'all know about Sutton Hoo. It's a amazing medieval burial site in the UK where they buried a king. They aren't exactly sure who was buried, but it was somebody buried in an entire boat. And it was the largest.
Yeah, a boat. I thought there was a boat under there.
Yeah. Okay. Burial site. And they can't find any. Well, one interesting fact for the left-handers among us, they had the sword on the left-hand side, which they're pretty sure means that the person of importance was left-handed and therefore might have accounted for their winningness in battle. But people don't expect left-handers, when most people are right-handed. Right. But they can't do DNA or anything on this person because the acidity of the soil has completely eradicated. So, like, there's all this guy's stuff around a body-shaped deterioration. So, it's very interesting. I've known about Sutton Hoo in the back of my mind, but then I see a cat Sutton Hoo, and I'm like, ooh. So
this little cat mask he is making to be put on the cover of National Geographic.
Yes, he's making the entire armor.
Wow,
in cat form, based on what was found in Sutton Hoo. I think it's Woodbridge is the area in UK where Sutton Hoo was found. But if you search for Sutton Hoo, it's SUTTONHOO. You can find all kinds of information on it, and it's fascinating. If you like to deep dive on nerdy art things or history things, it's a fun rabbit hole to go down.
Maybe you should do it next week.
Maybe I could. We'll see. So I highly recommend you follow him. This is his Instagram, Jeff DeBoer Sculpture. There are some like short videos on YouTube where he talks about his craft through like CB Arts and things like that. And hey, Stacey May.
Hey, Stacey.
You can follow along, like, because he like went through the process of how he was sculpting the brass bits that he then chased to add to the armor. So if you enjoy watching a process, I highly recommend following him. So
that would be fun.
It is really fun. And plus there's lots of other cat and mouse armor to see. And I never knew that my love of, medieval armor and cats would come together in such a way. I will never be able to afford one of these, but I will gladly consume all of his content. So wanted to share it with you all.
Yes, that's great. Awesome.
So that's my media must.
Yeah, very impressive.
I know. Like, you could see I would love to see them in person. I'm pretty sure various museums have some of his on display because he's been doing these since like the early 90s, I'm going to say. So
very cool.
Prolific. He also does other sculptures as well, but I was just, cat.
The armor.
Cat armor. I had to share that.
Hi, Leanne. It's good to see you. Leanne, I tried to call you on Saturday. I don't know if you know that, but I meant to touch base with you. So my history highlight today is going to be on Iroquois souvenir beadwork because it's gorgeous.
I know nothing about it.
Well, we're going to talk about it right now. So first, I just want to touch on Iroquois. They actually refer to themselves as Haudenosaunee, which means people who build a house. And when you use the term Iroquois, it's not one group of people. Iroquois actually is referring, Yes, it's referring to a confederation, an alliance made up of 6 native indigenous nations. And those 6 nations have their own identities, and they are the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and Tuscarora. So just want to clarify that when you're thinking of Iroquois or
Which is where Seneca glass gets its name.
Yes. So yes, if you're something that's Iroquois, it could be from 6 different nations. Okay. So, I mean, indigenous people of North America, they had been doing embroidery and beadwork for quite a while. But it was in the 18th century that the women of the Iroquois nations took notice of the English lace being worn by the European settlers. And they couldn't acquire lace or make it on their own, but they did have a lot of access to white glass beads via trade. And so what they did was they used their embroidery and beading skills to build on that, to try to create the look of this lace that they really admired. And so it was at this time when their skills, the Iroquois beading skills really started to advance and develop, was when they were trying to do these intricate lace patterns as opposed to their more traditional patterns that they were doing before. And we're going to fast forward to 19th century. And on the title, I'm just going to say, The Appeal of Indian Curios. I am aware that not everyone likes the use of the word Indian, but I wanted to include it because that's what the term that the Victorian people used at the time for these beadwork pieces. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to let you know it's a
term, of the era term. It's not a current term.
Right. But if you ever see in an antique book or an antique women's magazine the term used, Indian curios, then you guys will know that they're referring to pieces like this that I'm going to share today. So by the 19th century, the survival of the Iroquois is threatened by land appropriation, loss of trade opportunities, and it was at this time that they branched out and turned their beading skills toward the souvenir trade. And so they decided to make items that would appeal to the Victorian tastes and themes of the time. They made pincushions, picture frames, boxes, purses, and trinkets to sell at or near Niagara Falls. Mm-hmm. And at other sites near their communities, state fairs, train stations, and public events. So this really became an important part of the support and income for the families during this time. So
probably a lot of Seneca people, because Seneca was mainly Western New York, so especially around Niagara Falls.
Yes, and from what I understand, the best quality or the highest skilled of the Iroquois for their beadwork was the Mohawk. What makes the beadwork of the Iroquois so special? The Iroquois nations, they were the only ones who did this raised beadwork, 3-dimensional techniques that would make, these really beautiful florals, and they did animals and things like that. But they're the only ones that have this the depth is noticeable. So if you're looking for pieces and beaded pieces, I would always collect pieces that have distinct 3-dimensional quality, like these examples I have. So now we're going to do the fun part. Now we're going to look at some of these souvenir pieces that they made at the time. And these pieces were made from like the 1870s through even the 1940s. They even were still doing it. So the boot. So the boot was a common form that they did. Obviously very popular in the late 1800s with the Victorian interest in shoes. You know, I mean, the shoes were on trade cards. Shoes were on postcards. Shoes were just a thing. So they made beaded shoes.
Shoes. Always.
Shoes.
Oh my God.
Shoes. Okay. We're going to digress. Okay.
That's like a meta YouTube situation happening right now.
Okay. So, yeah, they made boot pin cushions. They also sometimes made hanging boot little pockets and things like that. Wonderful theme. You can see these. They're all of these things I'm going to show you. You can find them online. So, like these, I tried to pick what I considered like really fun, beautiful examples.
I love the
the one on the right kicks ass.
Only $62.
This is the best deal in my opinion, and I really liked the one on the left too that I found on a different website with the flags, because that's unique. That's going to be a more valuable piece because of the flags on
the
it.
Americana, yeah.
Yes, but one of the things I love about some of the Iroquois techniques and stylings that they did was they would do what I call, this is a Heather term. No one said this, but I call it like the vomit flower, where the flower looks like it's vomiting beads coming out of it, like a little waterfall.
It looks like a tassel.
Like, yeah, kind of like a tassel. It's like flowers are spitting out streams of beads. But I love this. This is a very, telltale technique. So that if you find a piece, you know it's an Iroquois piece. And 62 for the beadwork in this condition, I think is a very, very, very good price. Very good. I have it hearted in my Etsy, just so y'all know.
In my
favorites. It's in my favorites. Okay. So now we're going to look at some of the box purses. And they did all sorts of motifs on them. You definitely are going to find the flowers, animals, geometric shapes, dates. That's another thing I love about some of these souvenir pieces is the ones that have the dates on them. I love that. Who's coming in? Jennifer? Hey, Jennifer. So I love that. I love anything where it has like the name, or it says Niagara Falls, or it has the date. I think those are great. And this one on the right, I just the amount of raised work that it just impresses me. I love how they look. And so here are some that I found. And these are all on Etsy, but I did look in other places. These were just my favorite of the boxes and purses. Yes. Did you have a question?
You know what that box makes me think of? The shell art.
Yes.
It looks like it's imitating shell art.
Yes. Yes. And that's what they would do. They would pick the trends that were happening in the Victorian era, like those shell boxes, and use that interest in trend and put it in their work so that it would be attractive, so that they could sell it at Niagara Falls and these other locations. So that totally makes sense. And a lot of the boxes will say, like, I guess it was another common thing to have it say box on the top. So I found one that did say box.
In case you were confused.
Right. This is a box. Put things in it.
Put things in it.
But I don't know if you noticed, but on the purse, those are rabbits.
They are rabbits. Do they have teeth?
That's why that price is higher, is because of the rabbits. Animals. Right.
Mm-hmm. Doll. Ooh.
Yes. So the frames are really fun. I found some good ones I want to show you. But they made these for the tourists because they loved the postcards at the time. Postcards were a trend, and photographs. So they made these so that the Victorian women could put their photographs or their postcards inside of them. And they're more valuable if they have their original postcard or photograph. And these were so beautiful. These are not first. I found these on Pinterest. If you want to find beautiful examples of Iroquois souvenir bead pieces, go down the Pinterest rabbit hole because you will find some beautiful, beautiful ones.
The one on the left is.
I know. It's just like everything. The photo, the coloring, the design. It's fabulous.
And I also love the little girl holding, I don't know, a crop. What is she holding?
Yeah, I love her. I love that baby.
She's ready to take the horses and go. She is in control.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
She is taking names, that young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Fabulous.
And then I did find some for sale, like examples that spoke to me where I was like, these are beautiful examples.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found the one on the left on eBay, and I thought it was a beautiful one with the group family picture. And then the one here on the right, it is very pricey, but it's a unique shape. And it has the postcard.
It makes me want to take, those saloon photographs you can have taken. It's like,
oh my God, you and I have to do that someday.
We should do it. I have one of me by myself because none of my friends would participate with me.
I wanted to do that with Leanne when we were in Manitou Springs down at Colorado Springs. But we didn't do it.
But we have
I wish
to
we
find
had done that, Leanne.
Iroquois frames to put our picture. Or complimentary.
Yes.
They don't have to.
Okay, so Karen just was saying, if they still sold these at Niagara Falls, I would drive 2 hours down to get them for everybody. I will say this tradition is still done today. Mm-hmm. So there are modern versions of these that are being sold and created by Iroquois nations. So the tradition is still being continued.
I'd take a modern one with our modern photo.
Yeah, I was just focusing on kind of when they started and the antique ones and ones you can find. So
did you see what Donna said?
What? I didn't. Wait. Down here? Hold on.
She paid $12 for her large Iroquois beading.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can find them at an estate sale or an auction, I know LaDonna finds some great auction deals and lots and things like that. You can get lucky and find these pieces. There were a lot made, and that's what's so great about it is it's not out of reach for any of us. We can find some of these if we want to.
Wait, you just have to keep your eyes open because I'm sure a lot of people don't know. And if you do, snatch it.
Yes, which I have one piece, which I snatched at an estate sale.
You didn't steal it from your room at LaDonna's house because she said she
no.
was in there.
No. No. This one is my own.
It sounds like it was a treasure hunt if you had found it,
Oh no. LaDonna blessed me with some lovely treasures that I was not expecting. So no. There was no treasure hunt in her house. Okay. So these were really common too, these wall holders. These were made so that they could hold thimbles, scissors, matches, watches, and even brooms. I saw some online that they were specifically saying they would hold like those little short brooms.
Mm-hmm.
And this one on the left, usually these ones with the 2 pockets, those were meant for matches, I think, to put the little matches in there. And you can find quite a few of these online.
Do you think one was for spent and one was for new? Or just...
Oh, maybe. I didn't think of that, but that would make sense.
Though most people would just throw it in the fire.
Throw it in the fire. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And so here's some that I found. Here's some that I found that were available that I thought stood out. Now there's a lot out there. So I was really trying to pick ones that I thought were more exceptional, more beautiful, and at least to my eye. And I loved this one off of eBay. I loved the fact that it had the date. I loved the fact that it had purple on it, and it had a nice, unique shape. And then this.
I need a 1910 one now.
I know. You should look for one. And so and these little shoes were very popular. Again, to put your scissors, to put your thimbles, just to put your little trinkety things in there that you would want to grab. They sold a lot of these. And this one from the Wandering Bull.
Oh, that one is stunning.
Isn't it gorgeous? I don't know if it was. Yeah, I don't know if it was orange or if this was red and then faded to more of a dark coral. Faded,
yeah.
But the dark coral with the blue is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that's 1902. Do you see that down there?
Mm-hmm. It's too early.
I know.
At 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Ladonis, they're addictive.
Well, I'm a sucker for handmade things. So the craftsmanship and the work that went into these. And if you think like $160, if you paid a person to bead something like this today, it wouldn't be a whole lot more expensive than that.
I agree. And then pin cushions, another really popular one with all sorts of patterns. You can see this one that says from Niagara Falls, one that was made for a state fair. That one was made a lot later. That was from the 30s or 40s. And this one with the bird. And then I did find some examples online that I thought were exceptional. I love the bird here on the left that is available on Etsy for $252. And then I found one on Ruby Lane as well that I thought had exceptional beadwork.
It's kind of like a crescent moon there, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And its condition. So I was trying to pick ones that I thought had really nice beadwork and were in good condition, that unique or some sort of really cool quality. And then last category is whimsies. Is they also just did random things like a strawberry.
Probably for some strawberry festival.
Yes, yeah, and the horseshoe I thought was cute. Now for me,
it says boat.
Boat. It's a boat.
It's a boat.
But for me, I would be the most interested in some of the other pieces that have the built up, very specific raised beadwork. That's what I would be looking for.
For me, my top two choices would be obviously a 1910 wall pocket of some kind, or a frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I did find out that because of the popularity of these souvenirs, there were books and articles with instructions on how the Victorian ladies could learn how to make these themselves. They loved their Indian curios, and they wanted to make them if they couldn't travel to Niagara Falls. So there are examples out there that you might think are Iroquois, but they are not. And that's another reason why I would say look for that specific telltale built up raised beadwork where you can't deny that this is from one of the Iroquois nations versus, maybe if you weren't sure. Not that that isn't a beautiful beaded piece. I mean, that's an antique Victorian beaded shoe, but it's not an Iroquois souvenir. So depending on what you're interested in purchasing or collecting, it's just something good to know in the back of your head. All right. And that was it. So
that was fascinating.
Yeah.
Now I have something to keep an eye out for.
Yes. Exactly. And I didn't bring a favorite
Niagara Falls.
I didn't bring a favorite thing, but I was going to share the one piece that I found at an estate sale. It's not super colorful, but you take what you can get. And what's interesting is it definitely is. It's got to be grapes, right? But at first I thought it was a purse, but it's not a purse because then the opening would be at the top and the pocket is here on the side. So I don't know if this was meant to be a pincushion, possibly.
I bet. Yeah.
Or some sort of hanky pocket, possibly. But it's beautiful. It has some nice, not like super high, but definitely telltale raised beadwork. Really fun Victorian piece that I found in a trunk. And I think the reason the color on this is so gorgeous, I think it stayed in that trunk for most of its life. I don't think this saw the light of day very much at all.
They probably bought it to turn into a pincushion and then stuck it away and then never did.
Yeah. And I think, a lot of people would go to Niagara Falls for honeymoons and things. I think they would maybe take some of these pieces and just keep it as a keepsake and maybe not have it up around in the house.
You know what I think of that?
What?
It's grape.
It's grape. Look at her. Look at her cracking herself up over here. Okay, funny girl. What do you want to share? Hey, Christy. It's good to see you.
It's funny because when we went to the glass museum, I did buy one tiny piece of glass, but what I spent most of my money on, in addition to my membership, was a piece of porcelain, which is this giant grill plate. It's huge.
It's beautiful.
And I had to get it because, one, I collect grill plates because I think they're fantastic. They're just like, they make me think of, eating on like Tupperware, as a kid. Yeah, sure. Those trays.
Yeah, like cafeteria style.
But the fancy version. Fancy. And so it was just huge. And of course, it has castles on it. There's a castle there. And there. Castles all around. And then a courting couple. And it's English. So Ashworth Brothers. I haven't found a whole lot of information on it. I haven't looked. But yeah, this is a real big TV dinner.
Yes.
I think this will be perfect for like simple charcuterie for two.
That sounds awesome.
Or, big charcuterie for one.
Whatever.
This Chianti is to me, y'all. Look at my face.
Yeah, that's great.
It's lovely. It's lovely. And I had to have it.
Perfect. That's awesome. Well,
that's one of my favorite things.
Yes. We are getting closer to the hour, and I didn't want to go over because I wanted to make sure that we send everyone over to Jason's channel, Mother Tucker's Antiques, for his sale at 8:00. So all of you don't want to miss it. You can hang out with Jason and his friends. Who is it today? Is it Bill?
It's usually Garden Guy Bill and other people.
Is Misty coming back this Monday?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think
I'm out of the loop.
He's doing once a month, right? With Amy, or did I misremember that?
Well, Fat Birds. That's right. Mary Beth and Laura are going to be on tonight.
Nice.
I knew that. I was there on Friday. I just forgot.
Make yourself big.
Yeah. Make myself big. Okay. But that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm definitely going to want to hang out with Mary Beth and Laura.
All right.
So thanks everyone for coming and hanging out with us for our B&B live chat. We love all of you. And next week,
my channel,
we'll see you on Angela's channel. So
it'll be fun.
I'll see you in the chats.
Bye, everybody.